All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect. And shalom to all the brothers out here laboring in this truth with sincerity.
That's right.
All right, you know, we the Hebrew Israelites coming back, you know, to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. You know, you got so many things going on in the news. China, you know, they got a balloon, spy balloon, that they shot down in South Carolina today, as well as Iran positioning ships in Brazil, Panama Canal, and Russia, man.
Right.
You know, all these nations are coming up against America, and the people here are not even paying attention, man. You know, they're going on with their daily lives, doing their own thing, man. They don't see that World War III is on the brink, which will be the downfall and destruction of Babylon the Great, aka America.
That's right.
So, you know, we'll start out in Ezekiel.
All right, this is Ezekiel 2:9. It says, "And when I looked, and behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein."
Yeah, and that roll is the Bible, man. You know, it's the scriptures.
That's right.
You know, so and they're gonna tell you what's pertained within these scriptures, man. You know, a lot of people think that the Bible is just all lovey-dovey, so to speak. You know, the Lord does love His people, but you know, unjust balance is abomination to the Lord, man.
That's right. That's
you know,
right.
so He's not all love.
Not
So
all
hey,
hate either.
good. You know, it's a balance.
That's right. This is Ezekiel 2:10. I'll start back at 9. "And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe."
Lamentations and mournings and woe. You know, and if you go into that word woe, it's distress, you know, sorrow, disaster, things of that nature. You know, but if you go the Christian church, they don't speak of these things, man. We can go to the book of Revelation 11 and 14.
I was going to get that definition, but okay.
It's a lot.
No, you good? No, I'm good. Let's go ahead and get right into it. This is Revelation 11 and 14. It says, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly."
And that third woe is World War III.
That's right.
And if you're paying attention to the news, and you know, that's constantly in the news, man.
That's right.
Russia has been in the news for what? The past, what is it, 2 years? 1 year? A year
I would say at least since 2012, really. Since the Obama administration, when Russia went and took Crimea from Ukraine. They went and took Crimea from Ukraine. So they've been in the news since 2012. A lot of us brothers who are the latest crop, we rose up. A lot of us came 2015 on, you know, to this point. You know,
so, hey, it's on the brink, man. World War III is on the brink.
That's right. That's right. This is Revelation 11 and 14. "But woe, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly."
And that third woe is coming quickly. Every day is something different in the news about these nations coming up against America, man. They absolutely hate America, and they want to destroy it off the face of the earth.
That's right. That's right.
And it will happen, you know, thus saith the Lord.
This is Revelation 9 and 12. "One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter."
God, World War I, first woe, World War II, second woe, and we headed for that third woe, man. You know, but the people are so blinded, they don't even acknowledge it. They don't even know about it.
That's right.
You know, they don't know, and when these scriptures come out, hey, they overlook it. You know that just because it don't say war, they don't believe it.
That's right.
But you know, it's going down regardless, man, because the Lord said so.
This is Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
The end is not yet. And we're hearing the wars and rumors of wars, but the end is not yet. You know, we still have more prophecies before this take place.
That's right.
You got Jacob trouble around the corner, and most importantly, you got the mark of the beast, man.
That's right.
So once these things are implemented, hey, that third woe is here, man.
That's right.
Once that mark of the beast is implemented, which is the microchip, hey, that third woe, you might as well get ready for it, man.
That's right. This is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places.
They just had a earthquake right off the coast of the Dominican Republic. You know, Haiti has been hit, but Dominican Republic has never had a earthquake, from my understanding.
Right.
You know, so you see earthquakes in diverse places, and constantly talking of war. You know, America funding Ukraine, sending tanks over, as well as Germany. You know, and Iran sending drones to Russia. So everybody is gearing up. And you can't forget about North Korea. They absolutely hate America. So all these nations are going to come up against America, man.
That's right.
You know, I seen some cocky jakes as well as Edomites saying that America won't go down. They got too many weapons. But when you fighting against 10 other nations, what are your weapons gonna do, man?
Right.
You know, 10 against 1.
And not to mention the Heavenly Father's weapons.
Because
the Heavenly Father gonna come with them chariots.
First and foremost.
That's right. This is Zephaniah 3:1. Woe to her, woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice, she received not corruption, she trusted not in the Lord Yahweh, she drew not near to her power.
And that city is speaking of America, man. Babylon the Great.
Actually, I'm talking about Israel. But I see what you're saying though. It could be applied. All right, talking to Esau, Edom. All right, but 2/3 of the nation of Israel, all right, they're oppressing the city because they oppress us for the truth. They come at us for telling the truth, and they say, well, you know what? Like that guy was talking talking about the brothers that was dealing with the Christians up in Boston. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these jakes that have they basically cohabitated with the devil. Okay, they done took up a home, all right, or took up a house and became the wife of the devil. Okay, now the Heavenly Father is about to get ready to show you what time it is. All right, I'm gonna get it for you. This is her princes. This is Zephaniah 3:3. Her princes within her are roaring lions. Her judges are evening wolves. Yep. It says they gnaw not the bone to the marrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. The just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. This is Zephaniah 3:8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble.
And this is speaking of World War III, man. You know, the Lord is gathering the nations right now. Everybody is gearing up for war. You know?
I'll read that again. Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
God, and that fire is gonna come by way of nuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
You know, So the Lord is gathering the nation, putting upon these nations, putting upon the leaders of these nations spirit, man.
Right.
To make war.
That's right.
So, you know, hey, it's all throughout the scriptures, man, whether it be old, so-called Old Testament or New Testament, war is spoken of, especially the final war.
That's right. This is back in Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
And these are the things that we ought to be watching and looking for, man. You know, hey, we ought to be watching and looking for these things, man, so we won't be caught off guard. That's right. Let's see, 2nd Ezra 9.
I'm about to put it for you.
In 2nd Ezra 9, you know, we supposed to be watching, man, measuring the time.
That's right.
So, hey, that's what we ought to do. But you know, the masses of the people are constantly just engulfed in folly. You know, whether it be Instagram, just a bunch of nonsense, man.
This is 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
And we're measuring the time. We're watching the news, brothers sharing articles, you know, sharing information, man, you know, seeing what's going on, what's taking place with the other nations, not just here in America. You know, we watching everything, man. And even technology, science, what are they doing? Where are they bringing these robots, man?
That's the job of the prophet, man. This is 2nd Ezra 9:1. 2nd Ezra 9:1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, it says, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And the highest, the most high, is visiting this place, man. You see people dropping like flies, dying suddenly. Why? We know why. You know, they took that jump shot, man. You got earthquakes all over the place, man. You got Jake running rampant, man. Just robbing, murdering, killing. You know,
Chicago, it's become lawless up there. Right, to get any kind of help services, man, you got to pretty much be shot or or something real major. They're not gonna come for no RAPE or anything like that. Okay, it's got to be something major for you to call the local services. All right, as the brother was saying.
Hey, so Yahweh Shimei Shai is making things happen, man, throughout the earth. Not just here in America, man. You got riots taking place right now, man, in other countries, man. You know.
This is 2nd Ezra 9:3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
So hey, Yahweh Shimei Shai ordained these things before the beginning of time.
That's right.
You know, these things are gonna happen. That's the movie of the Most High. You know, but you got people out here that think they can change it. You know, wanna be all peace and wanna be all love. But it's not about that, man. Yahweh Shimei Shai has his own agenda that will take place. You know, and we are here to warn the people of what's to take place, man. You know, like I say, man, we go through things, but we already know what the end is. You know, so that's our comfort, man. These scriptures.
This is Luke 1:68. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Shimei Shai, thy power of Israel.
Israel, you know, don't get it twisted, man. You know, the people of the world will read this scripture and still overlook that he is the Lord power of Israel, man.
That's right. That's right. It says, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
His people, the Israelites, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's right. It says, and he hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
And that horn is his son, man.
That's right.
I was shot my shot, man.
That's right. That's right.
That's the horn of salvation.
That's right.
You know,
You want to?
Tell me what you like. Psalm 21.
Psalm 21. Psalms 21. This is Psalms 21 and 1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. The king shall joy in thy strength, O Lord Yahweh, in thy salvation, how greatly shall he rejoice.
And this is King David talking about salvation. And who is salvation for, man? Salvation is for the Israelites.
That's right.
The blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. And regardless of what these people out here think, you know, you still got people walking around thinking that, saying that they saved, like right at this moment. Like, what are you saved from, man?
Right.
You know, the day of the Lord hadn't even came yet. You know, which is gonna be the destruction and desolation of a lot of mainly Babylon the Great, but a lot of lands in you know, upon this earth, man.
Right. Psalms 21 and 2. Thou hast given him his heart's desire, and has not withholden the request of his lips. Selah. For thou preventest him with the blessings of goodness. Thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head. That's it. Oh, jump 8. Okay, yeah, my bad. I thought I said 2:8. All right, this is Psalms 21 and 8. It says, thine hand shall find out all thine enemies.
And this is speaking of the Lord, man. The Lord does have enemies, despite what the world may think. You know, the book of Psalms, chapter 83, to give you a whole list of the Lord's enemies, man.
That's right. That's right. It says, thine hand shall find out all thine enemies, thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee.
And this is King David speaking. And we know the enemies of King David are the enemies of the Lord, man. So, you know, it's all synonymous.
It says, thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord Yahweh shall swallow them up within his wrath, and the fire shall devour them.
And that fire is going to devour them, man. That fire is going to come by nuclear destruction, man. All these nations are going to get flamed, man. Mainly Babylon the Great, you know. But the rest of these nations going to get it too.
Right. It says, verse 10, therefore... Verse 10, Psalms 21 and 10. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men.
Hey, and you Edomites definitely gonna be cut off, man. Mainly the Edomites. You know, that's the number one enemy of the Israelites. The number one enemy of the Lord. So hey, most of the lords in the nation is gonna be aimed toward Esau, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man.
Verse 11. It says, for they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform.
And that main device, this right here. It's that main device, you know. But the elect is not gonna fall for this, man. You know, and you got WFI doing a whole press conference that took like 5 hours, and I still don't even know if they got to the point. I know they were 2 hours in, and they hadn't even got to.
I ain't even got that kind of time, man. And I'm a truck driver. I don't got that kind of time.
Hey, man, they did a whole press conference on the chip, which is nonsense, man. Get to the point, man. Hey, we know it's the mark of the beast.
You know what they call that? They call that fluff. When you ain't got enough the food, what you do is you fill it with nothing but fluff. You don't give enough meat. You give more mashed potatoes. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't giving them anything that they really paid for. 5 fucking hours anyway.
Hey, there's gonna be a lot of people led astray, man. Hey, we truly believe that the men of GMS are the men of the Lord.
That's right.
And that's the doctrine that we follow.
That's right. Psalms 21:12. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them.
And those arrows are those missiles, man.
That's right.
It's gonna be aimed over here at Babylon the Great.
That's right.
Hey, the mighty men are gonna cry in that day.
That's right.
The militaries, man.
This is Isaiah 13:1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
And that's what we're doing, man. When we out here on the highways and heads, we're shaking the hand in the gates of these nobles, man.
That's right.
You know, whether it be governments, you know, whether it be governments in Babylon the Great or around the world, man. You know, everybody know what's going on with the Israelites.
Right.
That's the number one TV show, so to speak, on YouTube.
That's
Guaranteed.
Right. That's right. This is jumping down to 4, Isaiah 13:4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations, gathered together, the Lord Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
And the Lord, like I say, man, the Lord is putting it upon these nations, putting it upon their spirits to gather together for war, man.
That's right.
You know? But we are watching and we're bringing it out. Whether the people here forbear, hey, that's on them, man.
This is Isaiah 13:5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, those arrows we were talking about. It says, even the Lord Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
And that whole land that's going to be destroyed is Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, man.
Right. That's right.
You know, the rest of the world going to see it too, but ain't nobody going to get it like America, man.
That's right.
This is that whore that rides the beast, man.
You keep going.
I
got you.
So, hey, you know,
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Okay.
This is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
God. Hey, man, and these things are being spoken of. And as we see, this is a so-called Old Testament, man. You know, people don't correlate the new and the old. They think it's something different. But it's so many prophecies that haven't taken place in the old that's yet to come, man.
All right.
That's how a lot of these people are going to be caught off guard. The Lord is going to come like a thief in the night.
We still got prophecies in Genesis that ain't came back. So how the hell are we, you know what I'm saying, how the hell are we in the New Testament?
Oh.
Come on, man. Y'all waxing worse and worse and y'all don't even realize. But it's fine. I mean, it's fine. Y'all can think whatever y'all want to think. But you've been cut so many times because you're emotionally tied you're emotionally tied to any type of rebuke. So meaning if a man comes with some logic to try to better you go straight to your daddy issues instead of just acknowledging, hey, look, man, maybe you might feel some kind of way at that time. That's fine. Well, you know what, man? A grown person, a grown-up, a full-grown man would eventually acknowledge and say, you know what, man? I had spirits on me. I was tripping, man. That's on me, Slocky. Let me get my shit right. You know what I'm saying? Come to a brother and say, you know what, man? Although I said what I said a year ago or whatever, you hear me? I pray that you forgive me for those transgressions against you. Okay? That's what a grown man would do. A little boy would hold on to that little, you know what I mean? And then as soon as he get a chance, pounce. That's what a little boy gonna do. That's what we ran. I was just talking to the brother earlier. We ran by a little boy. Esau Edom is a child, man. All right, Esau Edom is nothing more than a little child. He ain't even a boy. He a little girl. Okay, because you know what a little girl do when she don't get her way? She pout, stomp. You know how they do. What the fuck is that gonna do?
Manipulation.
Manipulation, right? All right.
All right, it's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, and starting at verse 14. It says, the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near, and hastening greatly.
That's right. So we hastening the coming of Yahweh Shema Shah. All right. We understand what times we're in, as the brother was speaking about earlier in 2 Esdras 9:1. We understand. We pay attention. We are supposed to. We're commanded. According to Ezekiel 3:17, according to Ezekiel 33, we're commanded to watch this time and hasten it unto the time, according to 2 Peter. All right? We understand that Esau Edom is going to wax worse and worse, meaning he's going to get more diabolical as the time goes. The money's, hey, look, don't get too attached to this place, man. Seriously. Do not get attached to this place. I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I get it. A lot of us brothers, you know what I'm saying, we have families and things of that nature, okay? That shit's gonna be hard to see your son maybe, you know what I mean, or your daughter, you know, and you can't really do anything because what you gonna do? You gonna take the CHIP? Huh? Is that even a thought pattern? Is that even in the thought pattern? You know, it better not be if you wanna live, all right? Go ahead.
There's a lot I was gonna say. You know, you see the people of the world, man, they constantly making plans.
Right.
About what they gonna do 6 months from now.
Right.
Next year, man.
Right.
I'm talking about this engulfed in murder.
Right.
You know, and not paying attention to the time that we're in.
Right.
You know, it's not all about folly and fun.
No. That's, hey, good breakdown. Good.
All right, it says the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near, and hasteneth greatly.
That's right, and hasten them greatly. We hastening this day greatly, man. All right, there's nothing more. Really, you know, brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, brother always tell me right here, man, this brother's a beautiful brother, man. He always tell me. He say, man, I feel like we've been, it's been too long, man, since the last time, you know what I mean? It's only been a week. But the brother's like, shit, it's so many demons out here that you gotta fight on a constant basis. You hear me? There's so many demons we gotta fight. We gotta fight extra powerful demons in this world. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a position that the Lord has put us in where we're able to fight, okay, and remain. What's the word? We're able to remain in a spirit where we are pushing the word out. We're not offended. We get rebuked. We hear things that we don't like, but we still deal with it. Okay? And we push on. We don't look backwards like Lot's wife. We look forward. And those who are not on the train of trying to look forward, they get left behind. Go ahead.
It says, even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly.
That's right, the mighty men, okay, those mighty men are those warriors, so-called anyway. They're gonna cry bitterly, okay? They ain't gonna wanna deal with the consequences of coming up against a nuclear power. They don't wanna do that. You talk to any military person right now, they like, man, I hope we resolve this issue with China, or Russia.
Like we just read, it said they're gonna turn it back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Scared, man.
Hey, look, the scriptures say that the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. Okay, that's in Jeremiah. All right, they're forborne to fight because they understand nuclear weapons are tied to their end. They understand that. What's also tied to nuclear weapons? World War III, like the brother brought out. Okay, what the brother was breaking down. All right.
Verse 15, it says, that day is a day of wrath.
That day is a day of wrath, man. Hey, it's a lot of things tied to that day, really, when you really think about it in the spirit. Okay, we go into Revelation 9 and 12. We go into Revelation 11 and 14. We go into Matthew 24. Okay, all these things are tied together to that end, where that end is going to be ended with fire coming from the heaven. It's going to be called intercontinental ballistic missiles. Yes, and it's going to happen in your time. You may think this is a joke, but Russia and China is nuclear powers, okay? You can laugh and kiki and think it's all right, whatever, however you feel about it. We know what's real.
And the average Jake and Eve, man, they ain't paying attention at all to what's going on around them. You know what I mean?
They don't give a damn. And that's fine. That's fine because there's in the scriptures also written 2/3.
We know 2/3 ain't gonna make it. We know that for a fact.
We just don't know if we, you know what I mean? We Lord willing, we trying to not be in that now. Okay.
It says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress.
A day of trouble and distress. Can you hold that in for effect? Hold that. And we'll go to Jeremiah 30:7.
And that distress, man, that's going back to that woe again. You know, distress. Woe. It's all the same, man. You know?
And everybody's gonna feel it simultaneously. Okay? Not like them bug outs talking about, well, it's your day of the Lord. No, nigga.
The day of the Lord can be any day, depending on who the person is. Come on, man. It's gonna be one day of the Lord, and it's gonna be a whole lot of destruction.
This is Jeremiah. Hey, man, bug out's gonna bug out, man. You just gotta accept it. This is Jeremiah 30 and I'll start at 2. This is Jeremiah 30 and 2. It says, Thus speaketh the Lord Yahweh Bashim Ashah, thy power of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto you in a book.
And that book is speaking of these scriptures. And once again, it says the Lord of Israel.
Jumping down to verse 5. This is Jeremiah 30 and 5. For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Ashai. It says, We have heard a voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace.
A voice of fear, trembling, and not of peace. The Lord, despite what people think, you know, the Lord Yahweh Shai say he's come to bring
sword.
The sword, man, not peace. He come to bring the sword, not peace. So we can't, you know, obviously us in this truth, we know what's going on, you know. Lamentations, warning, and woe.
Right.
And that sword is a part of that woe, man.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces turned into paleness.
That's going into, hey, these people are gonna be so fearful. Man, when these nuclear bombs start dropping, man, you know, it's no turning back.
They'll leave it before the end.
You know, it's gonna be all out chaos even before you reach that point. You know, you got the police. Hey, once all hell start breaking loose, man, hey, you gonna have probably half of the force to throw the gun down and they go home, man.
Right.
They got a family to protect too.
Right.
So it's gonna be all out chaos out here, man.
That's right.
You know?
This is Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
And the elect is going to be saved out of it. You know, and that's a lot of the reason why they're coming out with these robots, these robot dogs, as well as these other robots you see that they have put on the streets yet. But, you know, hey, that's because, hey, these robots don't have no emotions. They ain't going to hesitate to blow your brains out. You know? So, hey, that's the time we coming in. You know, when people start looting for food, hey, they're just going to sink the robots on you, man. And take you out.
They're not going to care neither.
That's the time we have there, man.
I always use the example from Katrina. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those people thought that I've been knowing my neighbor John for the last 20 years. John don't give a damn. John got to protect his house. John shoot at your ass. I don't care how I know you. John got to eat. Let's go back to Joel 3:3-9. And like the brother was saying, the time of Jacob's trouble, man, is going to be a time where it's going to be a humbling period. It was.
It says that day is a day of wrath and a day of trouble and distress.
That's right.
A day of wasteness and desolation.
That's right. Desolation, a day of trouble. Jacob's trouble is going to come, and it's going to cover everything. It's going to cover all the prophecies, okay, or for the most part, all right? Because then when Jacob's trouble comes, there's going to come a period when Esau is going to want to say, well, here's the solution. If you don't want to catch no more hell, why don't you just take this CHIP? Nothing wrong with this. This will bring you out of the problem. Huh? Hey, I just did a video on California DMV. Okay, they just joined the blockchain. Okay? Basically now, if you want to get your tag in California, if you want to get your license renewed, you got to get on the blockchain. Huh? Then what? Now once you're on the blockchain, what's the next the next growth to that? Well, shit, put this inside of you. You don't need no cards anymore. For what? You are the card. Okay? You are the card. You are the license. You are the computer. You are the phone. That's where we headed. Go ahead.
It says a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
That's right, a day of thick darkness, man. Okay, that big boom. Okay, as the Heavenly Father releases those arrows from one end of the earth to the next. See, we stay upon the arrows of indignation because the Heavenly Father is displeased with this place, man. He don't like this spot. America has done so much wickedness in this earth, all right, that we don't have enough time in the day to really break down all the wickedness that goes on. We share with each other some certain of articles, certain of videos, okay? It keeps us in the spirit, but then also fearful. I don't want to be like that, okay? See, judgment is out here, y'all. Judgment's out here. And if you ain't careful and you ain't repentant, all right, or repentant, all right, your ass gonna be the next one that, on the article we're gonna be passing around. That includes us too, okay?
It says the day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities.
And what is the trumpet? The trumpet is what we shout. All right, according to Isaiah 58:1. All right, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, right? So we're supposed to come out, all right, and proclaim this in our manly voices. Okay, when a lion comes up, right? When he sees a prey in front of him, all right, he got you cornered. What does he do? He gives you a loud roar to let you know you've been dominated, you've been conquered. Okay, he don't be like, meow, meow. Start licking his paw. Okay, nah, a lion lets you know he's in the area. All right, and if you don't want to go to jail, you know, go ahead. You want to say something? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and against the high towers.
And the high tower is talking to you Babylonians. You are that high tower because you are the sole superpower on the earth right now. You're that high tower. You give out the commands to the rest of the nations. Okay, they go as you go because you're the king. All right, according to Revelation 17:2. The Lord put the spirit on the nations to give you the power seat so that this time right here can materialize. Now, as the brother was talking about, World War III is getting on the horizon. Why? Because the other nations understand and you're getting ready to fall out of your seat. What they don't understand, according to Psalms 2:1, is they are not destined for the kingdom. We are. Okay?
It says, and I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh. It says, and I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men.
Bring it out, bro.
Hey, in that day, hey, like I say, these people ain't gonna know what to do, man. Once in that day, hey, you're gonna have the military running rampant, not knowing what to do. You're gonna have the citizens definitely running rampant, not knowing what to do. You know, and once the chariots come, it's gonna be all over for the military and the citizens.
That's right.
If you're not of the elect, man.
That's right.
So, hey, it's gonna be a whole day of chaos, man.
That's right. That's right. That's coming soon.
Good. It says, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, their blood shall be poured out as dust. And how is that gonna happen, man? You know, once them nuclear missiles hit, it's gonna be all flame, man.
That's right. That's right.
And their flesh is dung. You know how that dog doodle, man, dry up and turn white.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how Jake gonna be on the ground, man. Burn up just like that, looking white.
That was very descriptive.
It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. That's hey, Esau, man. America, you ain't gonna be able to pay your way out of that, man, because the Lord don't want nothing you got.
That's right.
The Lord is coming back to save his people and destroy you.
That's right.
It says, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy via nuclear missiles. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. 1 hour, man. The place gonna be destroyed in an hour, man. This whole nation, man.
That's right. That's right. I got something for you to do, yourself. This is Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
Hey, and we know America, Babylon the Great, is the bloody city. This place has originated on rape, robbery, murder, man.
That's right.
You know, from the Native Americans, also the Jake, man.
Right.
You know, this place, hey, and what the scripture say, don't pollute it's a lot. Don't pollute the city.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. This is Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. It says the noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and the prancing horses and the jumping chariots. The horseman lifteth up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. This is Nahum 3:3. It says, the horseman lifteth up both the bright sword and the glittering spear.
And that's gonna be the Lord, man. Raising up that glittering sword. And he's gonna lay the stamp down on these nations. Made in Babylon the Great.
That's right.
You know, it's gonna be all destruction, man. It's a lot. The book of Numbers, speaking of Babylon the Great, the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and 33, it says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So, hey, that's what the Lord come to do, man. Shed the blood of these Edomites that raped, robbed, and murdered the Native Americans, as well as brought Jake over here in slavery and made him build his whole nation up and then receive nothing, man, but death and destruction.
Right. And it's really our fault.
Yeah, it's our fault. You know, we should have listened to it. You know, how about shit outside, man? You know, we going off, following other gods, just going off, man, sinning against the Lord.
That's right. You got some more. All right. This is back in Nahum 3:3. It says, the horseman lifteth up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses.
And that's just let you know how much death is gonna be throughout the land, man. You know, if you're in your house, if you walk out your house, man, there's gonna be bodies all over your neighborhood. Bodies all over the streets, man. You gotta think, man, hey, 2/3, hey, as well as the rest of the nation that's contained here in the Babylon the Great.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That's right. That's right. And that smell gonna be crazy.
Oh, man.
It says,
and from what I ain't never smelled one, but from what I heard, a dead
you
body
never forget it.
has a distinctive smell.
You never forget it.
You know, not like a dead deer beside the road. it's a totally different smell.
It's a different smell. I remember the first dead body I really was around was my aunt. We went over to her house and that smell was crazy. Yeah, my aunt passed, she took some type of, I don't know what happened. I still to this day don't know what happened, but she passed away. I was about 11 years old, man. I'm 38 now. I'll never forget that smell. I'll never forget that smell. And the way she was looking, because like, you know, when you pass, your body started to go into a pale state, and she relieved herself, you know what I mean, of all her, you know, all that come about you as you pass on. So the spirit leaves the body, all right, and that smell was so distinct. To this day, I'll never, when I smell something close to it, I'll be like, something dead around here. You know what I'm saying? And I know off top. So when you got, as the brother is saying, when you got bodies all over, I'm talking about scattered, we gonna be going there, doing Jacob's trouble. You gotta get it in your mind. This is the time during your, this is the grace period, right? This is the grace period for you to understand how serious it's gonna be out here. Okay? And that smell, I keep talking about that because that was a personal event that actually happened in my life. I saw my aunt and smelled her body, and it was such a stench that we couldn't really go in. It was burning my eyes. It was that bad. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. And now, being in this truth, and the Lord saying there's gonna be no end of corpses. Woo! That was one body. You know what I'm saying? You got something? So, like the brother was saying, man, we come out to warn the people, according to Ezekiel 33:6. All right, we come out to warn the people to let you know what's going to happen before it happens. Jacob's trouble is going to be a major event. World War III is going to be simultaneous. Okay, so we're going into these prophecies to remind you of during your grace period. All right, according to Ecclesiastes 12:1, remember thy Creator in the days of thy youth. Don't be no crazy nigga. Don't be stupid like a lot of these jakes that done turned their back on the truth. Now they on a goddamn crying campaign. Okay, I want my lick back campaign. Don't be like them jakes, man. We took losses, man. A lot of us, man. If you've been in this truth for more than a year, hell, 6 months, you took losses. Okay? Anything longer than a year, you took major losses at some point. You gotta be okay with that, man. Man the hell up. This is where you want to start it. All right, this is 2nd Esdras 9:1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
All right, so we measuring the time, man. We see what's going on throughout the earth, mainly Babylon the Great. You know, and if you look on a world scale, like the brother was talking about the cashless society, man. Hey, it's starting outside of Babylon the Great, but soon we'll be here, man.
That's right.
Soon we'll be on the shores of America.
It says, verse 3, therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
So the Lord has had these things set in motion from the beginning of time. You know, a lot of people don't know that. You know, they think the Lord is, they think they're in control. You know, but man's goings are under the Lord, man. So hey, they don't have no control. It's all the Lord's movement.
That's right. 2nd Esdras 9:5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
And Babylon the Great and Esau's kingdom mainly is gonna come to an end, man. And we see it on his last leg now.
That's right.
So, you know, we only got a certain amount of time to go in. It's a short amount of time. You know, we don't know exactly when, but we know this thing is coming to an end.
That's right.
We already know the end of the story, and that's our comfort.
That's right. 2 Corinthians 9:6, it says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders. All right, shalom, brother. It says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and in powerful works and endings in effects and signs.
Hey, we see the signs, we see the effects of what's going on, man. And it's all lining up with the scriptures, man.
That's right.
But you still have people denying these things because they're blinded. You know, even people within this truth are blinded, man. They don't want to acknowledge the mark. You know, but hey, that's on them, man.
This is precept. This is Zechariah 7:11. This is Zechariah 7:11. It says, but they oppressed. It's like Zechariah 7:11. It says, but they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord Yahweh of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets.
Hey, and the prophets of old are back out here today, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, preaching the same word that the prophets of old were preaching back then, man. You know, the downfall of the kingdom.
That's right.
But you know, the 2/3 don't want to hear it, man. You know, we ain't concerned about no Edomites or no other nation. They got to hear the word, but we're mainly concerned about the elect and our people. But our people, man, have hardened their hearts, man. Right. You know, they the main one that come up against us, man, and want to make excuses for Esau and save Esau. And you got people within this truth that want to save other nations. That's way out, far out.
Bugged out.
Yeah, bugged out.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's the same thing that's taking place now, man. There's nothing new under the sun. The same thing that the prophets of old did, it's the same thing we're doing now. You got rumors of war. You got pestilence. Hey, same thing. Ain't that changed? Before the downfall of any previous kingdom, you had to prophesy on the highways and hedges, man. Shut down that kingdom.
That's right. Like we're supposed to.
Huh.
This is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
And that's what we ought to do. We ought to warn the people. It's gonna be some of the elect that's not gonna be watching. So that's what we're here to do, to be watchmen, right. to warn them, man. You know, everybody ain't gonna be out here constantly watching the news, watching, seeing what's going on with technology.
That's right.
You know, but that don't mean they're not of the elect. So that's our job.
That's right.
To bring it to them.
That's
you
right.
know, on the street level.
The 100% truth. This is Ezekiel 3:18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
All right. Hey, we are out here, man, to bring this to the people. You know, it's gonna be a time where, hey, you might not even have electricity. You might not have newspapers. You might not have cell phones. So the prophets out here on the highways and hedges are here to warn the people, man.
That's right.
And warn them to turn back from their wicked ways.
That's right.
And if you're not out here warning the people, whether it be homosexual, man, you can't hold back your sword.
Right.
You got to tell them, man, what ain't going on.
That's right.
And if you don't, hey, that's on you.
That's right.
You You know, we're not out here to worry about people's feelings, man. We out here to tell the truth.
That's right.
You know?
Ezekiel 3:19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
Son, if you don't warn that man or woman where he going off at, the blood is on your hands, and your how about Shimmy outside is gonna destroy you, man. But if you warn him and he turn and he don't hearken, hey, the blood is off your hands.
That's right.
And your how about Shimmy outside, hey, he sees it all.
That's right.
You know? So hey,
it's one gigantic test.
Huh.
You know, like you being tested whether you gonna go do what he told you to do, and they're being tested whether they're gonna listen to what you said. You know what I mean?
And you know, I don't know, you know, I ain't trying to be too deep about it, but the Lord sees things through your eyes also, man. You know, you got people out here going off. The Lord see that, man.
Yeah, he knows your intent and everything. That's scary, yo. This is Ezekiel 3:20. Again, and that's beautiful, you just said that. Again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness, like the men that we talking about, that you know what I'm saying, changed up the doctrine, we're in a new covenant and all this other bullshit, changing up at the very last minute. This is what the Lord had to say about it. Ezekiel 3:20. Again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die. Because thou hast not given him warning, he shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he have done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Scary.
That's cold, man.
Scary.
No matter what you
Scary.
did previously, before going on, man, the Lord ain't even gonna acknowledge that.
Damn,
man.
that's crazy, son.
So all that work you put in for X amount of years, you
all
turn
that
your
gas
back.
you spent, you know what I'm saying, to get to the camera, the money you spent on the Bibles, money you spent on garments, taking brothers out to eat, all the liquor trips, all the, you know what I'm saying, all the sitting at each other's house, getting all the studying, all for naught. That's crazy, son. It's crazy. And it keeps you in line, bro. It keeps you in line. Because just like we talk about with our women, there's an analogy with our women, all right, that we possess to the Lord. We are the Lord's woman. So we don't want to see our woman running the street with Tom, Dick, and Harry, Michael, Tyrone. The Lord don't want to see you running around with Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying, Allah, Buddha.
All right, it's the book of 2nd HEDGES, chapter 9, and we'll jump to verse 10. It says, for such as in their life have received benefits.
That's right, you receive those benefits. All right, the Heavenly Father allows you to breathe air, okay, that you don't deserve to breathe, really. Really, that's a benefit. Because the Lord can snap his finger and take your ass up out of here. Really, that's what we all deserve, because we put ourselves in a position where the Lord had to forcibly take our ass out of Western Africa or the European nations, hit us with the bubonic plague, all right? Let Esau take over all of Europe, okay? Throw our ass in captivity over here in the Americas, whip our ass for the last 500 years, feed us garbage and call it a delicacy, tell our women that they're a bunch of whores and they should they're being empowered by being a whore. These are all curses that we have come across, that we have come up to, okay? How else do you explain it?
Yeah, you know, that's a lot of the ways the people of the world go on. They think because they're receiving things, they're receiving cars, houses, money. Right. They think the Lord did it.
They think gain is glory. You know, that's weird. That's what the preachers, the prosperity, they preach that shit. You know, gain is ungodly. Okay, if you don't have a big, nice mansion, then the Lord don't love you. Fuck out of here. Okay.
It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty.
This is your glory. This is your grace period. Okay? You had liberty, all right, during the time when we're not getting whipped on our back physically. Mentally we are, but not physically anymore like we were during the time period of us, you know what I'm saying, transitioning, all right, over here to the Americas, all right, and we're getting whipped and killed and destroyed and all that stuff, all right, hardcore slavery, hardcore captivity. We're not in that period. We're in the grace period. But now this is the real test, okay? We took all that beating, all right, so that we can get to this point now. So that now we're getting ready to enter into the period whether you're going to pass the test or you're going to fail it.
Crunch time.
Crunch time. This is Reggie Miller, or they call it Miller time, winning time. Okay, this the part of the fourth quarter when it really matters. Okay, are you gonna get it done or are you ain't? 2/3 we know ain't gonna get it done. 1/3 is gonna get it done. The only problem is we don't know which one we fit into. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
That's right. So when time came for the prophets, all right, to come out and tell you, according to Zechariah 7, all right, to tell you what time it was, what did you do? You scoffed, you scorned, you talked shit, you said, nah, that ain't it. Yeah, this ain't that, that don't mean this don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own man, the Spirit taught me.
but yet it's still, you using the same phrases, you wear the same garments.
You open the camp up the same way. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
As the men that came before you and laid the foundation, man.
Bugged out. Bugged out.
Weird to me.
But you know what? They're playing their part. That's beautiful. Because somebody got to play their part. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You know, enough of us have our own faults in this truth. We just praying the Lord look over our shit, you know what I mean, and forgive us for the little bullshit we do on a daily basis.
Can you imagine going through the stuff you go through every day, and then come to the highways and hedges and be adverse to the things that you learn, man?
Knowing you catching hell at home, knowing because the Lord judging your ass, and you don't even want to know. You don't even acknowledge it. That's what the scriptures say: a reprobate mind, reprobate silver, void of judgment. The worst thing you could be is a reprobate. I heard a nigga woman use that word. A nigga woman use the word. She was a bug out too. She was like, you being a reprobate. Bitch, do you even know what that means?
It says the same must know it after death by pain.
That's right. The same must know it after death by pain, man. The brother been doing a beautiful job letting you know the freaking understanding of what you really in. When you enter into this truth, do you understand you entered into a war? You literally entered yourself. Well, the Lord did it, okay? But when you signed up and you took that pledge, you entered into a war against Esau, Edom, and all his cohorts. Did you know that? If you didn't know that, you didn't count the cost. That's what a lot of these jakes, they didn't do that. They didn't count the cost. They said, you know what, I'm good from here. I don't need no elders and apostles. I don't need the Spirit no more. I'm good. I got it from here. Yeah, I got it. Stop watching the video. That's one of the first things that happens. They stop watching the videos. Then next, they start listening. They stop watching the news, or they never really watched the news in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So no geopolitics. No geopolitics. Weirdo, you a weirdo. I wish you would have said that to me. Then I would have cursed you out to your face. No geopolitics, nigga. Get the fuck out of my face. Go ahead.
That's part of measuring the time.
That's right.
How you gonna measure the time if you ain't paying attention to what's going on? That don't even make sense, man.
Who cares about geopolitics? Shut the fuck up. Hey, niggas like that, and you just a representative of the niggas that gonna get dealt out of here. You know, you gonna get exactly what you looking for. Yeah, if you're lucky enough to make it to the nuclear weapons, I personally don't believe you will. All right, if you don't repent, all right, the Heavenly Father is gonna let the Atlanta Zoo out, okay? And the Atlanta Zoo got all types of exotic animals, okay? And they've been looking at all you Jakes coming up in the Atlanta Zoo, all right, mocking and making faces, man, and they gonna remember your face.
I saw a video the other day where this monkey, man, took a bottle and just threw it and hit this chick in the eye, busted the eye wide open, man. Hey, these animals are tired of these people, man. Come, like you say, coming, pouring, making it laughing.
Right.
Hey, they probably just sitting back waiting, man, like, man, I can't wait.
They fucking hate Esau. And that's through the Spirit, man. I believe the Lord, that's why he raised us up also, because we're reaching up to the ears of the animals. Even the dogs, when they walk by us, right? When they walk by us while we're camping, what the dogs be doing? They be looking? Stopping. The owner got to pull them. You know what I'm saying? The dog is like, man, whatever they saying, I hear you. Okay? Damn, I got to go back to this bitch. That's what the dog said. Damn.
Something, right?
We ain't gonna leave me out, man. Too hot for YouTube. Check out Rumble. Yeah, you can grab it. Or you want me to grab it? I can grab it. No, I can't. But we don't roll out. Can't calculate. This is proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Proclaim ye this among Gentiles. Okay. Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days, in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Northern kingdom, southern kingdom, man. You know, captivity. The captivity that we're in to this day, man. Northern kingdom, southern kingdom.
That's right. Verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, or Yehoshaphat. It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel.
And this is an end time prophecy. So despite what you people think, the Lord is only coming back to save his people and to punish the rest of these nations for the things that they have done to his people, man.
That's right.
You know? And this is speaking of World War III, by the way.
That's right. It says, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Scattered through slavery, you know, parted his land, the land of Israel. You know, you got the heathens over there now. What you got? Pakistan. Israel, man, fighting over the land, man.
It says, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink.
And I'm gonna tell you a sick movie to watch, man. It's Goodbye Uncle Tom.
Goodbye Uncle Tom.
Man, that's a sick movie, man.
I
couldn't even get through that movie, man. I couldn't even get through it.
I got a sick ass mind, so I can watch shit like that all day. But it's
one part.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. The little girl, I know. I remember that. Yeah.
Right then, I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, that went on. And worse, actually.
And worse.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, you Edomites, man, y'all got to pay, man. Y'all got to pay, man. Pay with your life, with your lives.
Right. Brothers that got daughters, man, that's a tough movie to watch, man. Tough movie. This is Joel 3:3. It says, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot. And it made the boy a damn little prostitute. It says, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Go ahead. No. You about to say something?
No, I was just going into the Tyre.
Yeah. Go ahead. It says, will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So the Lord is going to punish these nations, man, for what they have done to his people. And that movie was just a small part of what they done to his people. And that's how sick it is, man. That's the sick mind of Esau, man. So they got to pay.
And other nations too.
Con and the other nations, man. Because the same thing took place over there. But, you know, hey, man, this is where we at. So we know we worrying about right here, you know.
God. It says, because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
And this is talking about slavery. And it's amazing how, you know, Jake can't relate to captivity in the Bible. You know, you got throughout every kingdom or rulership that has been in captivity. But when it comes to their own captivity in Babylon the Great, they can't relate it to the scriptures, man. That's a sick mind, man. All throughout the scriptures, the Israelites have been in captivity, man.
Right.
But they don't relate it to now, to present day.
Nope. Joel 3:7, it says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
All right, man. Babylon the Great is going to fall via World War III, and the Lord is going to come back to save his elect out of the land. And that's the whole narrative. That is salvation. Regardless of what the people think, regardless of what the people of the world think. Salvation is the Lord coming back to save his people from the destruction that he's going to bring, man, via World War III.
Right.
So, and you know, with that being said, we're going to wrap it up, man. You know, it get kind of late. You know, Lord willing, somebody was edified by this lesson, man. You know, and you know, we want to say shalom, man, to all the brothers out here laboring with sincerity, of course. And, you know, we constantly want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Shalom.
Shalom.